Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for August 11th to the 25th. For August 11th to the 15th, we will have a ridge over southeast Canada and also here across the south. This will cause temperatures to warm across the northeast. And we'll have this trough here in the northwest that'll bring cooler temperatures to the northwest. And the ridge, this will happen as this ridge here retrogrades to the west. Okay, on Monday, a front will be across the Great Lakes and back to the plains. Will be the focus for locally heavy rain Tuesday as it slowly pushes to the east and southeast into the Midwest. To the south, there'll be a lingering boundary here across the southeast that'll bring rain and storms. And they'll interact with, this front will interact with a high moisture level in the atmosphere, and this will cause heavy rainfall, possible causing flash flooding. Now, temperatures will warm to near record levels on Monday through Wednesday across the northeast into the 90s, and we'll take a look at the temperatures for this region. Okay, so we're going to go here, start with the heat wave here. Temperatures warm to low 90s here across New York, Washington, D.C., down to Philly here. But this is where the heat will be concentrated. And then as we go to 2 p.m. on Monday, temperatures reach the mid-90s here across New York City. And, you know, again, this is where the heat will have low 100s. In the valleys, this will be the heat this is where the heat will be concentrated. 2 p.m. on Wednesday, still near 90 degrees across New York City, and high heat remains across this area here across California also. The heat in the southwest here will slowly subside through the period, but will still remain above normal. And we also have the heavy rainfall across the southeast. We'll take a look at that. And this is where we have the heavy rain. It's still under an inch in most places. I think, yeah, it rains mostly under an inch, but this is daily rainfall totals, 24-hour period. But it looks like the most of the heaviest rain will remain offshore. All right, so we're going to look at the period now for August 16th to the 20th. And what we have here is mostly a zone of flow across the northern states, a trough in the northwest, strong ridge here. This could be something to be watched later on in the week as we're watching this area to form. Right now, it just has a 40% chance of developing in the next 7 days. So it's gone down. Conditions aren't very favorable due to dry air and some shear that's occurring across this area. Also, this system here will probably not be developing as it only has a 10% chance because there's an upper low here and an upper low down here, and it's also creating some shear across this area. So this will probably this will remain offshore. All right. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures so much of this area here, and calling for anomalies to be up to 8 degrees or more above normal in this area here, and below normal temperatures forecast for parts of the northwest, with the anomalies of 2 to 4 degrees below normal for precipitation. Calling for above normal precipitation here. For this region and for this region, probability of occurrence is 35%. And below normal precipitation forecast here for the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. For the Northern Mid-Atlantic region, and the probability of occurrence is near 35%. We're going to look at the period now for August 21st to the 25th. And what we have here is the GFS has a trough in the east, ridge here. All right, in the east, but over the northeast. And the its ensembles has more of a flatter flow. The European has a trough in the east, ridging in the west. And the European ensemble has more of a flatter flow, a little bit of troughiness here. So I'm calling for this forecast period. I am calling for above normal temperatures for much of this region here, with anomalies near or above 8 degrees above normal, mainly in the orange. Near normal here due to a possibility of a trough. And for precipitation, calling for a little change in the temperature and the precipitation anomalies from the previous period. So that is the long-range weather forecast discussion for August 11th to the 25th. Thanks for coming, Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.